My name is Queenie Chan. I'm a manga star comic artist. I'm originally from Sydney, so I'm here for Melbourne Supernova. I do Sydney Supernova. This year I've got some time meeting with friends, so I thought, why not?
Cool. So I was going to ask, is there anything on the program this year that you were particularly excited to see?
I wish I could move away from, the comics because I always like to go to the comics panel. There's an AI panel on the last day that I really am interested in, but I don't know if I can make it, obviously, because
locked down to the booth.
So, yeah, well, at least I know the people participating, and it's like squeeze them for answers.
Yeah. And from the booth here, what's the best cosplay you've seen so far?
There was somebody who was dressed as, I think, a Killer Olaf from Frozen. I think
really? I didn't see that one. That's great.
That was an elaborate costume. I think I got it wrong, but I thought the snowman got like his head speared off. And I think, that's like, but it probably wasn't like that. Regardless of whatever it was, original, something I didn't recognize, but I thought that was great.
Elaborate and well done. Cool.
Yeah.
So most of our audience is not from Australia. So is there anything that, in your perspective, sets Australia apart within the comics community globally?
That's a good question. I do stories that is set in Australia. Like, for example, the series that I'm working on now is actually an old one. It's a reprint and a revised edition. So it's a series called The Dreaming. So it's a story about a haunted school set in Australian district. Two and sisters go there and they discover that school girls have been disappearing there for a long time. So they start getting these strange dreams about the history of the school, and so they're trying to uncover this history. And 3 volumes long, but getting a sequel and a side story. And so this story is based on Picnic Hanging Rock. So not based on, kind of has shares kind of similar DNA from it, and a lot of it has got to do with Australians and their kind of fear of their mothers.
Okay.
I don't know if many people who are not from Australia understand it, but in Australia there is a distinction between the bush and the outback. A lot of people don't understand that, and this is said solidly in the bush, not the outback, and the way that people feel about both is different. Okay. So this is specifically about some of the spookier aspects of what we consider the bush and how people vanish there. Cool. And whereas the kind of challenges one faces in the outback is very different. Yeah. So people probably can't really understand what comes of it, but he's a very Australian story in that sense. Yeah, so here are some of the ways that Australian creators can be different from international ones.
Fantastic. And is there anything else that you'd like our audience to know about from your portfolio of work? So you've mentioned The Dreaming. Is there anything else you'd like to showcase that's coming up? Or
a mixture of different stuff. My website is queeniechan.com if you're interested. I've done various interesting things, like this is a story that's a mix of prose and comics.
Oh, cool.
So it's a different kind of style. Nice. When it comes to storytelling, that is comics based, not entirely. Yeah. I've done a non-fiction series about fantasy fleets.
Fantastic.
So this is a story about Hatchinson, which is really to the female pharaoh.
Yes.
A group of short stories that is biographies about fantasy things.
I saw you posting about this on the Discord. This sounds really cool.
So it's all really well researched. There's essentially bibliographies for each and notes and things like that for artwork and what So there's 4 books in that, and it's pretty popular with the scholastic crowd, so to speak. The schools like them. Yeah, because they are, that kind of non-fiction comics isn't that common in terms of politics, which is specific to women's political history. So I take it very, very seriously. And one of them was done from master's degree, actually. That's the level of research that goes into the...
Which one was the master's project? This is
the second one, and it's for the masters at Macquarie Master of Research in the Arts at Macquarie University.
Fantastic.
It's about a Chinese female member, and it's great if you could read the master's degree along with it. That's what it's supposed to be. It's meant to get creative thesis, so half of this and the other half is your thesis. It's kind of like a slightly alternative retelling of it. Because the way that the story was written about in China is that was a full dream.
What do you mean? You need a...
Did it too. And so people back then turned the story into a kind of moment. So there are certain aspects of the story that modern historians don't think that's and I kind of picture in a bad light. So this is a controversial subject to another side. If you have a bit do the story in a different way and do alternate detail to really explain why they make those choices. So, you know, you don't really have it. But there are people who
I don't really, that's why I'm wondering what
which is at least opposite part to us.
Cool. I'd actually personally be very keen on the master side of it. I'm doing a PhD in creative works, putting together stories, and I've got my critical side of it and the creative side. So I would be happy to I'll take a look at the site. You've got is the thesis on your website as well? Cool. Well, thank you very much for making time. It's good to have you on this comic book Yeti's first venture down under. So thank you very much, Brittany.